to Romy's point at the beginning, he said it sounds like we're talking about the 5 C's, and obviously one of our most important 5 C's is climate. So on climate, what makes our state's agriculture thrive under our weather? Because I always, being away from the farm for so long, I complain a little bit more about the heat in the summer than I think I ever did. When I was on the farm, maybe it wasn't that big of a deal, but after all, 115 degrees in the summer seems like a tough time to farm. So
yeah, yeah, it is. It's a challenge. That's the max. We get up to those kind of conditions. But on the other hand, what people do out here, and we've done successfully, we can do that, is to find crops that are well adapted to those conditions.
Yeah.
And, that's what we've done. And for example, I mentioned cotton. I was the cotton specialist. It was the largest crop in the state at that time, 40 years ago. It's still an important crop. It's more of a placement crop in certain parts of the state, and it's a rotational crop in others. But it's a good example. Alfalfa is another good example. We have a lot of summer crops that are really hot, heat tolerant. They're salt tolerant. They're well adapted to the desert conditions. And if we treat them well in these kind of conditions, but treat them well meaning primarily with water, good irrigation practices, they're highly productive. So what we do is we change the crops to match the seasons. We change the crops to match the seasons, the elevations, and the windows of crop production capacities that we have in Arizona, which, like you mentioned at the onset of our discussion today, extends the full year. Every day of the year, 365 days of the year, we could be producing crops in Arizona.
Rosie on the house, every Arizona home